I've had this trailer sitting in storage for about a year because I'd been struggling with what to do with it. And not because I didn't know what to do with it, but it was more of how I got it. In July of 2020, my wife and I were taking my youngest daughter to summer camp, and we were driving through the neighborhood, and I happened to look down a side street and I saw a man laying face down in the road. So obviously I slowed down and I recognized the truck and the trailer immediately. It was a fellow landscaping business owner who I've known for 22 years. I stopped the car and we ran over to him. I'm not going to go into a lot of the detail of what happened that day. He did pass away. He passed away in my wife's arms, and I had to make the call to his wife, his parents, and his sister to let them know what had happened. Over the course of the next few days, his wife had reached out to me. She was obviously upset and devastated, but she was also terrified that the business was going to collapse, and asked if I could help her figure some of it out. He had a helper who was pretty new, so that wasn't much of a help. There was no schedule, there was no customer list, it was all in his head. Invoicing was done randomly, but with the help of his helper and his customers, we were able to piece together enough information to where we were able to build a schedule and figure most of it out. I lent her one of my employees for a few weeks to help out while she figured everything else out. Long story short, it ended up being way too much for her to handle. She had a full-time job, she had health issues herself, and she'd ask if I would help her sell the business. I ended up actually making her an offer, and this is why we have the trailer and why I didn't really do anything with it for quite some time. We don't use open trailers for our landscaping business, and this one had really high sides, as you can see, and it had metal mesh surrounding it. So I didn't think it was ideal for pressure washing either. But after a year of just sitting there, I knew it was time to do something with it. I was going to build another pressure washing rig and decided to use this trailer, but there needed to be some modifications to it. So I cut all of the mesh out from the sides and cut the tailgate in half. I used the top of the tailgate to build a platform for our hose reels on the back. I got a big sheet of metal from a supply place and welded everything up, as you can see here. These platforms are great. It's a great place for your hose reels. It keeps you from having to bend over all day long when you're reeling everything in and out. I also like having it on the back because it doesn't matter what side of the street you pull up on, because all of your hoses are right there on the back, just easy access. If you're just starting a pressure washing business or maybe building your own trailer, you might not know the best way to set things up yet, and there are lots of variations in layouts, so I encourage you to look around, do your research to figure out what is going to be best for you. And what you see here is just what works best for us, or at least what works best until we figure out a better way to do it. And we're constantly evolving. And what you're seeing here, this is just the initial layout, which is going to change when you see the final build in another video. So these are 225-gallon water tanks. One's going to be for water, one will be for chemical. I've had these things in another storage unit waiting for another build for quite some time. I make all my own decals. It's very important to think about branding and marketing when you're building your trailer, because it should be a rolling billboard for your business, letting everybody know who you are and what you do, and of course, how to get in contact with you. So if you're watching this and wondering about some of the things that you're seeing, I'm going to do another video with a final walkthrough and explain everything. You also might be interested in our new training course called How to Wash, the complete guide to pressure washing and soft washing. This training covers everything that you need to know about how to wash when starting your business. Or maybe you're not new and you just want to get more efficient at your craft. Cody Yarborough from Southeast Soft Wash, Aaron Parker from the Lean and Mean Academy, Justin Rogers from Forever Self-Employed, and myself have teamed up to put together the most comprehensive training for residential pressure washing and soft washing. We cover the equipment, the chemicals that you need, how to mix them, both instruction and job site walkthroughs on every surface that you might encounter, from house washes to concrete cleaning to roof washing. And we've also included, as a bonus, the wood cleaning mastery course. There's a link down below, so check that out if you're interested. So like I said, in the next video, you're going to see the finished product, where we mounted everything, how we plumbed it all up. I'm going to walk you through the different components that we used, where we got them from, and I'm going to show you how and why we set it up the way that we did to be as efficient as possible when we're out there washing. I hope you liked the video. Stay tuned for part 2. Check out the How to Wash link below, and I hope that you have a great day.